Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, the second part of the JSI Racing 360 Sprint Car schedule. It's time for the winged Sprint Cars here at the virtual Kokomo Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set. Qualifying is well and truly underway. We'll start to take a look at some of the drivers, well, the final couple of drivers for qualifying. 33 drivers signed into the pit area for tonight. There is a driver that come off a podium last week, Brady Baldwin, with 11.266. But it is Joel Berkeley who sits atop of the points, or the timesheets, I should say. 11.178. Clayton Davies second, quick with 11.237. Brady Baldwin third, quick 11.266. Darcy Wilson 11.294, and Gage Stevens going to round out your top five with an 11.339. Again, 33 drivers signed into the pit areas. And again, we'll have to wait and see whether we have 3 or 4 heat races on the program. Again, top 4 from the heat race will lock themselves straight into your main event. Again, the main event contested over 35 laps around the virtual Kokomo Speedway, and coming off what we just seen with the wingless sprints, we only had 2 cautions. And just to go through a few things with you, the maximum amount of cautions per feature event is 3. And the reason for that is so that we let the drivers at least get 2/3 of the race completed under the green flag. And it allows, especially at these types of racetracks, the smaller racetracks, the Bull Rings, the Kokomos, the Laniers, the Limaland, the Fairbury Speedway, those type of racetracks, it allows for lap traffic to certainly play their part in the main event, and we put it back into the driver's hands. So again, we'll keep an eye on how many cautions we had. Again, just 2 cautions in the non-wing 360 stuff, but now the JSI Racing 360 winged sprint cars, race number 2 here at the virtual Kokomo Speedway, and we're not too far away. The checkered flag has been thrown early on the qualifying session. Let's take a look at those official results for you. And again, just to confirm, 4 heat races on the program for tonight. Joel Berkeley, Clayton Davies, Brady Baldwin, and Darcy Wilson, top 4. They will earn pole position in the first 4 heat races, and the only 4 heat race. Everybody else, the top 4 from the heats go to the main event. Again, 16 cars automatically locking in from the heats, and again, we'll have 2B mains. And just depending on how many, we'll let you know how many we take. It should be the top 6 as well, providing we do have 2B mains. Heat race number 1 for the JSI Racing 360 winged sprint cars. Joel Berkeley and Gage Stevens make up row number 1, positions 1 and 2. Row 2 is going to be Jaden Russell and Josh Stoll. That'll be 3rd and 4th on the starting grid. Luke Wilson out of 5. Sam Stride out of position number 6. That's row 3. Tyler Bish out of position 7. Russell Bonzi, position 8. That's row 4. And row 5 will be Cahill Gray to make up the 9 cars to contest heat number 1 for the JSI 360 winged sprint car series. Again, round number 2, I believe we had 14 rounds on the docket for the season. It's time to get up out of your, not get up out of your chair, it's time to get up and get rowdy. Berkeley and Stevens. Berkeley looking to make it 2 in a row for the season with the 360 wing sprint car stuff. Jaden Russell tags Berkeley. Look out, we've got, that's Wilson. It is coming through. He got a piece of that one as well. Gage Stevens, your race leader. And meanwhile, Berkeley up on the inside of Sam Stride in the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting car number 42 machine. Berkeley takes second. Meanwhile, he'll go to the top side into turn number 1 and 2. And now he'll look to come after your race leader, Gage Stevens. Just 8 short laps around the virtual Kokomo Speedway. Stevens run on the bottom side of the racetrack. Berkeley helps to go downstairs as well. Stride back there in 3rd. Tyler Bish, meanwhile, in the WP Concrete and Middle Finger Racing caliber 41 machine in the 4th and final transfer position. Berkeley a little loose out of turn 2. He'll drive it down to the bottom of the racetrack. But man, Gage Stevens, he's got this number 5 machine hooked up and glued to the bottom side of the racetrack. Right now, it is Stevens with 2 to run. Berkeley trying to close in about a 1.3, 1.4 second gap separating first and second. A very similar gap back from Berkeley back to Sam Stride and Tyler Bish. Now around the outside, the white flag is out. 1 to run for Gage Stevens. Can he hold on? The answer is looking like it's going to be a YE. Yes, but into 3 and 4. Stevens slides up the racetrack. Berkeley got way closer than expected. One car upside down, I believe. That might be. It's either grey or stolen. Looks like it's going to be stolen upside down, but checkered flag is out. Heat number 1 is complete. Gage Stevens gets the win. Second, we'll go to Joel Berkeley. Tyler Bish home in third, and Sam Stride going to come home in that fourth and final transfer position. We'll go to your official results here in heat race number 1. Stevens, Berkeley, Bish and Stride your top 4. Russell, Bonzi, Wilson, Gray, Stoll. 5th on back. 5th, 6, 7, 8 and 9. All going to get put into, I believe, one of 2 B mains. Heat number 2, let's take a look at your ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Clayton Davies, the runner-up in the non-wings. He starts on pole. Heat race number 2. Todd Atkins will start position number 2. That's row 1. Brad Pascoe and Rico Robles 3rd and 4th. That's row 2. Cooper Wilson 5th. Ash Hammond 6th. That's row 3. Daniel Boyd and William Pilot in row number 4. Positions number 7 and 8. And this ought to be an interesting front row, to say the least. 2 of the newest members for the Ace Esport, the Ace Sim Sports team and their stable. In the P1 Advanced Raceway, the 50 of Clayton Davies starts on pole. To his outside, his newly acquainted teammate, the 36, the Cush Clothing Co. Number 36 of Todd Atkins. Looking forward to these 2 boys putting on a bit of a show here at the virtual Kokomo Speedway. Green flag set the fly off turn number 4. We are underway. And into turn number 1 and 2, look at Brad Pascoe immediately diving down to the inside. Davies slides up in front of Atkins. Robles now, he'll shut the door. I believe that might have been Wilson. Wilson done very well to not turn that car in a full 180 direction. Look at the Ace boys going at it right now. Davies running the top side of the racetrack. Atkins runs low into turn number 3, 2 in the books and 6 to run, and here comes Rico Robles in the Momentum Sim Sports car number 3 machine, the Newland Contracting CT Designs all over the back of Todd Atkins through 3 and 4. Now here comes Robles to the inside, ducks it down low into 1 and 2, but the top side right now is the place to be, and Clayton Davies at the halfway stage, heat race number 2. He's got a nice little buffer of about half a second between himself and teammate Todd Atkins in second. Rico Robles third. 4th is now going to be Ash Hammond, who takes 4th away from Brad Pascoe. Pascoe in turn 1 and 2 on the opening lap. He challenged for the race lead. It was a 3-way tussle on the opening lap, and now Pascoe finds himself on the outside looking in, and the front row in a front row starting position in one of the B mains. White flag is out for Clayton Davies, the P1 Advanced Raceway. WSM Atlantic Oils entry into 3 and 4. And he's going to earn a second starting position in your 35 lap main event. Clayton Davies will win heat race number 2. Todd Atkins home in second, Rico Robles third, and Ash Hammond in car number 4 going to get that 4th and final transfer position. Heat number 2 is complete. Take a look at those finishing results to confirm no post-race penalties, and it is confirmed that Clayton Davies gets the win ahead of Todd Atkins home in second, Rico Robles third, Ash Hammond in 4th, Brad Pascoe 5th, Cooper Wilson 6th, Daniel Boyd 7th, and William Pilot in position number 8. Heat number 3, your penultimate heat race of the night, and we see the SM Sim Sports number 7 of Brady Baldwin starting on pole. He's outside. Car number 11, that'll be Braith Carl in position 2. That's row 1. I believe this is Braden Shoot in car 76. Going to line up out of position number 3. Kane Della in the 95 starts position number 4. Damon Mush rolls off out of position number 5. And Jamie McCarran, the 2M, will start position 6. 7th starter will be the 24 of Adrian Mildenhall. To his outside out of position number 8 will be Jason Crawford. So heat number 3 of 4. Nice to see Baldwin's got that paint fixed up after last week's ugly looking wrap. Heat number 3, Baldwin on pole. Baldwin finished, I believe, 3rd in last week's feature event at the dirt track at Charlotte. So looking to continue. Round number 2 for the wing stuff. 3 and 4 wide momentarily. Braith Carlin, meanwhile, has the lead down the back straight away. Oh, look out, shoot Baldwin. They'll make a little wheel-to-wheel contact. Kane Della now moves into position number 3. Now Baldwin coming after Carlin for the lead. But now he'll get shuffled back to the runner-up spot, but not for long. Because Baldwin back to the inside on Carlin, but Carlin now. Oh, Baldwin tagged the right rear and something that Brady Baldwin knows all too well about doing, but this time he done it in a wing sprint car. And look at Braden shooting to the top side of the racetrack. Shoot around the outside, and Braden Shoot, who comes second in the non-wing stuff, is now putting himself in good position in the 35-lap main event later on. We're halfway home. Braith Carlin leads from Braden Shoot second. Brady Baldwin third. Kane Della in the 4th and final transfer position. And go back to McCarran, Crawford, Mildenhall and Mush. This time by out of turn number 4. The popsicle sticks are out. 2 to run for your race leader, Braith Carlin, in cart number 11. You go back to Braden Shoot, runner-up in the non-wing JSI 360 Sprint Car Series. About 40 minutes ago. But the white flag is going to fly. What's going on with Baldwin? He's back on pit road along with Damon Mush. Kane Della moves into 3rd. Jason Crawford into position number 4. But Braith Carlin wins heat number 3. Braden Shoot 2nd. 3rd will be Kane Della. 4th is going to be Jason Crawford. He's going to the big dance. Adrian Mildenhall in your 5th position. That's your top 5. Jamie McCarran 6th. Damon Mush, Brady Baldwin in 7th and 8th. Heat number 3 is complete. Carlin, Shoot, Della and Crawford your top 3. Top 4 is going to be Crawford, Mildenhall 5th, McCarran, Baldwin and Mush. Again, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th all going to preliminary competition. Heat race number 4. Let's take a look at how they line up. Darcy Wilson starts on pole and he's outside Joshua Barry in car 20 for SM Sim Sports will start position number 2. Brad O'Brien in the Momentum Sim Sports 77 will start position number 3. Hayden Vickers will start position number 4. Mitchell Cartwright, the 38, will roll off out of position number 5. Rory Beaumont, position number 6. Then we go back to Justin Wright, position number 7, and Jason Burke, 74, will start out of position number 8. Again, top 4 going straight through to your 35-lap main event. 5th, 6th, and 7th will be locked into preliminary competition. We'll find out whether we're going to have 1 or 2 B mains after this one. Wilson and Barry. Looking for a start this time by your 4th and final heat race is upon us. Green flag is out. And we're underway. Wilson in the 99 machine. The Sean and Felicity Dyson painted up scheme. Look at right through the middle of the racetrack now. He's taken 4th, looking for 3rd. But now Barry around the outside. And Joshua Barry looking to get 2 for the price of 1 in the space of half a lap. Meanwhile, O'Brien, the left front, catching the inside. Utah right in the centre of turn number 3 and 4. It's Darcy Wilson to continue to lead heat number 4. Your 4th and final heat race of the night. There is the SM Sim Sports KRGS, the Mixella owned sim team. Top 3, there's not a whole lot between him. You're looking at about 7 to 8 tenths of a second. Meanwhile, O'Brien closes in on Wilson. Cross flag sticks are out in full effect here at the virtual Kokomo Speedway. O'Brien now will look to the inside. Wilson will ride up to the top side, keeping the right rear as close to the concrete wall, and he'll do the same in turn number 1 and 2. O'Brien, man with a big slide job through 1 and 2. Now 3 wide, man, look at Joshua Barry. Oh, he got the daily double, but that'll end his race momentarily. He'll slide back to position number 4 with a lap and a half to run. It's O'Brien to take the lead away from Darcy Wilson. White flag is out. And Brad O'Brien just finds himself 2 turns away from starting position number 4 in your 35-lap feature event. Checkered flag is out. O'Brien gets the win. Wilson second. Vickers in third, and Justin Wright going to come home fourth. Fifth will go to Mitchell Cartwright. And Joshua Barry, after pulling the 2-for-1 slider, finds himself home in position number 6. So we're not going to have 2 B mains. We are just going to have the 1. Let's take a look at those official results for you right now. O'Brien, Wilson, Vickers and Wright, your top 4. Cartwright, Barry, Beaumont and Burke, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. So B main, just the 1 B main tonight. It'll be 10 laps in distance, and the top 12 are going to move into the back of and make up a 28 car field. Jaden Russell, Brad Pascoe out of positions number 1 and 2. Adrian Mildenhall and Mitchell Cartwright 3rd and 4th. Row number 3, Russell Bonzi and Cooper Wilson. They start positions 5 and 6. Jamie McCarran and Joshua Barry. They'll start 7th and 8th. That's row 4. Luke Wilson, Daniel Boyd make up row 5. That's 9 and 10th. Brady Baldwin 11th. Rory Beaumont in position 12. That's row number 6. Cahill Gray out of position number 13. William Pyle in position number 14. Row 7. Damon Mush, Jason Burke 15th, 16th. Row 8. And row 9 going to be Josh Stoll out of position number 17. And already we're losing a couple of casualties out of this one. In fact, make that just the 1 car that did not make the starter. That happens to be Rory Beaumont. So 16 cars, 12 of them are going to go through to your 35-lap main event. So 10 laps of distance in the only B main for the winged sprint cars, the 360 wing sprint cars. So the pace truck is in. Russell and Pascoe. 10 laps on the board. 12 out of the 16 cars are going to make it through. And Cahill Gray, he's having some mechanical issues as well at the back of the bus. Rory Beaumont getting ready to come out of the pit road, but I think by the time he comes out, it may just be too little too late, so he'll have to let all the cars on the lead lap go on by. He'll come out on the racetrack once it's safe to do so. Right now, Brady Baldwin in the 56 machine. Oh, Aaron Reitzel and Nick Sallow. Car that we've seen last year or the year before whenever he was out here. Right now looking at the 38 to Mitchell Cartwright, trying to work the top side of the racetrack. Again, look at them, 2, 3 and 4 wide action here at Kokomo. Everybody playing nicely in the first 4 laps of this B main. Baldwin has moved up to position number 3. Nothing much to write home about for Jaden Russell, Brad Pascoe and Brady Baldwin, as Adrian Mildenhall now in 4th position in car number 24. You go back to Cooper Wilson running the 14 machine back now, rounding out your top 5. Damon Mush now coming after him in that American Racing Caneric number 12 machine. Barry trying to come through as well, along with the 19 of Bonzi. And look at, one car upside down. Luke Wilson, Jamie McCarran, Daniel Boyd now in that 12th and final transfer position. Look out, the 19 of Bonzi. All sorts of crossed up. Joshua Barry now moves back inside the top 10. The 79 of Daniel Boyd making a run for it. Jamie McCarran, you see that 2M machine. Look at these drivers, 3 and 4 wide now through turn number 1 and 2. And this, ladies and gentlemen, for 8th, will make that 9, 10, 11 and 12. The white flag is out. 1 to run for Jaden Russell. He'll make his way on the bottom side off turn number 4. Jaden Russell victorious. 2nd will go to Brad Pascoe. Brady Baldwin home in 3rd. 4th will be Cooper Wilson. Josh Stoll round out the top 5. Adrian Mildenhall in 6th. Morse 7th. Bonzi, Barry, Boyd, McCarran. That was the top 10. 11th, McCarran. Wilson in 12th. Unfortunately for Cartwright, Burke, Pilot, and Beaumont and Gray, they are not going to make the main event. Let's take a look very, very quickly. It's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Gage Stevens, Clayton Davies in row 1. Row 2, Braith Carlin and Brad O'Brien. Row 3 going to be Joel Berkeley and Todd Atkins. Row 4, Braden Shute and Darcy Wilson. Row 5, Tyler Mission, Rico Robles. Row number 6 will be Kane Della and Hayden Vickers. Row 7, Sam Stride and Ash Hammond. Row 8, Jason Crawford, Justin Wright. Row number 9 is Jaden Russell and Brad Pascoe. Row 10, Brady Baldwin and Cooper Wilson. Row 11, Josh Stoll and Adrian Mildenhall. Row 12, Damon Mush and Russell Bonzi. Row 13, Joshua Barry and Daniel Boyd. And the 14th and final row, Jamie McCarran and Luke Wilson. So getting set for a start. Next time by the iRacing.com pace truck will move to the infield. Stevens and Davies. They make up row number 1. Carlin and O'Brien. Can Berkeley, can he get 2 wins in 2 weeks for the Wing Sprint Car side of things? It's time to find out. 35 laps on the board, a maximum of 3 yellows. And we're about to drop the green flag in the main event. We are underway. Berkeley already going to the low side. Now look at him, 3 wide. Davies right back through the middle of the racetrack. Look at Carlin up on the inside now. Looking for the lead, but no, he'll slip back to about the 5th position on the racetrack. Berkeley on the inside of Gage Stevens, and now Stevens works by Berkeley. Here comes O'Brien, and look at Todd Atkins now on the top shelf. Oh, O'Brien and Atkins come together, and Atkins done a nice job of saving that one. Meanwhile, he's not going to save that one. He's going to go upside down. We may just be going yellow. And there is, and oh, Atkins done very well to get that car back on all fours. But man, I mean, not a happy couple of turns for Todd Atkins. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. Robles just slides up, and unfortunately for Atkins, there was not a whole lot of room left to be had. While the 3 and there were 3 wide down into turn number in 1 and 2. So Atkins upside down. He did manage to get that car back on all fours, and now he's found himself back on pit road. So the lights are out on the pace truck. Single file restart. Caution laps counting. Todd Atkins getting ready to come back out onto the racetrack, and will do so. So again, we should be reaching lap traffic very, very quickly here into turn number 1 and 2 we go. Davies to the top, Berkeley to the low side, trying to run the slider line. O'Brien rockets around the outside of the 17. Now Berkeley's in the 17 machine. Oh, little bit of a push there from Carlin on Braden Shute. It was. Now Carlin trying to put the moves out of Berkeley, but now here comes O'Brien closing in on Gage Stevens. Stevens in second position. And these drivers keep the right rear tyres glued to the concrete wall. Davies very good at running the top side of the racetrack here, and again, not too far away from these drivers. Working into lap cars, and there goes Daniel Boyd. Here comes the move for the lead, but man, Stevens, he pulled that number 5 machine up. Otherwise, that could have been disaster to the 50 of Clayton Davies. Meanwhile, look out, Brad O'Brien getting caught up with a lap car. Oh no, we got one car around. That's Sam Stride in the 42. Jaden Russell cops a massive piece of that one. And there is Brad O'Brien in the 77. Around and upside down. And man, oh man, Brad O'Brien going to find himself on the virtual toe. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. So it started here. Boyd comes down into O'Brien. Carlin gets him. Then he catches the opening and upside down. He goes to 77. And got hit another 2 times there by Vickers and Russell. And then there was a 3rd time, the charm by Kane Della. We already see a number of cars back in the pits. Sam Stride, Daniel Boyd, Brad O'Brien. You can see pit next to their name, which means they have called either the virtual tow or they have driven back into pit road themselves. So that's 2 cautions we've had, and again, maximum of 3 yellows in the main event. Again, this is just to give the drivers as many laps as possible under the green flag condition. Again, all these drivers, they are on the same setup. Pace truckers in, 15 down, 20 to run. Green flag is back out, 20 to go. We go back into 1 and 2. Davies to the top side. Berkeley trying the slider. He'll now put a move there on Atkins. Oh, sorry, that's Stevens, sorry. And Stevens, the left front, certainly caught the right rear there. Oh, Berkeley caught his attention. Braden Shute moves into position number 3. And now Berkeley might be starting to feel the pressure. There was one car who just had some mechanical issues through 1 and 2. And again, can be very difficult with those issues, as Berkeley now seems to have those issues there into 1 and 2, 3 widers. Man, that is really tight racing. Slide job on Stevens by Berkeley. And now you've got a battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. This Shute now for the 2nd time looking for his 2nd podium here at the virtual Kokomo Speedway. Stevens slides up, Berkeley slides up, and Shute crosses underneath the pair of them. Now, Shute, slide them into 1 and 2. Stevens gets a run, and man, that was close. 15 remaining as Rico Robles now moves into position number 5. But the battle between Shute, Stevens and Berkeley continues to rage war as Stevens and Shute now. Those drivers continue to throw the haymakers at each other. It's like a tennis match right now. And here comes Berkeley, going to make a charge into 1 and 2. Oh boy, this is entertaining, and we are yellow. We've got one car, that's Ash Hammond, upside down in turn number 1, just at the end of the front straightaway. Let's take a look. It's your ultimate Dirt TV instant replay, the AHR, the Ash Hammond Racing entry. This comes down the racetrack a little bit on Pascoe. That's Brad Pascoe in the 15. Unfortunately, Hammond ends up upside down, and that will be our 3rd caution, which means we are going to go green to the rest of the way until we see the checkered flag come out. Scotty, PC, mate. PC. Let's go to iRacing.com. So 5 cars out of the event, as getting a few things sorted as the lights are out. The pace truck is in, and we are looking for a start with 10 to run. Clayton Davies, your race leader. Oh no, Berkeley. Stevens got an absolute horrible start, and Berkeley, man, did he do well to save that one, but he'll lose 1 position. He'll lose the 2nd or 3rd spot on the racetrack as Braden Shute, in fact, that is in the 76 machine. Again, coming after Gage Stevens in the number 5 machine. Stevens the right rear, tapping the creed on the outside through turn number 1 and 2. A look to keep the right rear off the concrete wall through 3 and 4, and they do so. And now here comes Shute to the inside. Shute with a slide job on Stevens. Stevens with a crossover out of turn number 2, and he'll get back to the top side into turn number 3. Shute with a run, the car gets tight. Meanwhile, there's a battle on for 4th, 5th, 6th. Right now was Berkeley, Robles and Carlin. Carlin got those mechanical issues. Man, it was bad for half a lap just then. Meanwhile, back up towards 2nd and 3rd as we got 6 to go for your leader, Clayton Davies. Berkeley into the concrete wall. Shute now under pressure from the 17 of Joel Berkeley. And this track is slick from top to bottom right now. You know Berkeley's not going to leave anything on the racetrack as he's going to go upside down. And he's gathered it back up, and how that rear end is not busted, I will never know, as Clayton Davies is in heavy lap traffic. And now Shute and Stevens Going to resume their battle for second and third. 3 to run for Davies. And lap traffic again. Will it play a factor for second, third, fourth and fifth? There's not a lot in between second, third and fourth. We're nearly going to go 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, look out the lap car. I think that might have been Bob in the lap car. No. May have been Barry in the 20 machine. Oh, can you believe it? The white flag is out. Davies holds a 3-second advantage. Back straightaway, ladies and gentlemen. Final time. The JSI Racing 360 Wing Sprint Cars here at the virtual Kokomo Speedway. And Clayton Davies will win. Second will go to Joel Berkeley. Third across the line is going to be Rico Robles. Fourth is going to be Josh Stoll. He, in fact, is going to be a hard charger from 20th to 4th, picking up 16 positions. And rounding up the top 5 is going to be Braden Shute. Let's take a look at those official results for you coming up on your screen as we watch our winner, rightfully so, picking up a win and opting to do the Victory Donuts. Clayton Davies, your winner. Second, I've got a Rico Robles, Josh Stoll in third. Braden Shute, fourth. Braith Carlin rounds out your top 5. It looks like Berkeley got a penalty there. So we'll hopefully chat to Davies, Robles and Stoll. Shute, Carlin, 4th and 5th. Russell, Stevens, Bish, Wright and Mush the top 10. Vickers, Crawford, Berkeley, Bonzi, Wilson, Mildenhall, McCarran, Wilson, Barry, Atkins, Pascoe, Della, Wilson, and that's 3 Wilsons in the field. Hammond, Baldwin, Stride, Boyd, and O'Brien. So we wait for our top 3 to make their way out of the virtual cockpits of their race cars. And Clayton Davies will visit victory lane here at Kokomo. And again, we'll give these guys about 30 seconds to a minute, and then we'll move straight into the post-race interviews. And in fact, while we've got this opportunity right now, we're going to come in and bring in our winner here tonight in car number 50. It's going to be Clayton Davies. Clayton, well, you go one better than what you did in the wingless stuff, and man, that was no different, the wingless stuff to the wing stuff. There was a lot of lap traffic. This track was pretty slick from top to bottom.
Yeah, man, she was a slick one. We're just glad that I managed to keep it straight for all those laps and get through all the lap cars. It was a really fun race.
You've had your second race now with the JSI guy here, the JSI guys here tonight. Do you start to sort of familiarise yourself with how these drivers sort of tend to get around the racetrack? Albeit you're in different cars, non-wings to wings. It's a lot different to what you do at a Volusia or somewhere like that.
Yeah, it's as you said, like the more laps with these dudes, like the more you get to know their driving styles, and they're actually like the whole league in general has been pretty good with driving quality, so I was able to move around people. People weren't really doing any stupid moves in front of leaders, which is always great. But yeah, I'm glad to be a part of this league. It's showing off some pretty good driving and pretty fun racing. Coming
into the final, I think it was 15 laps or so. There was going to be no yellows. How do you prepare yourself for that final stint when you've got 10 to 15 laps left around here, and there's still a lot of good cars on the racetrack?
Just focus on just hitting your markers and trying to get to the end as quick as you can. You try not think about like all the other things. You kind of think of once you get that last yellow, that you kind of try and figure out where you're running. You get one last chance to look at the track before you back at it again. And we kind of look at it, and I kind of figured that the top was going to be the better way around, and I just kind of wanted to stay out of the way of a lot of the lap cars and just make moves when I can make moves and hold back when I do hold back, and we got the job done.
No, buddy, well done. Your second podium here tonight at Kokomo. This time you're up in victory lane, Clayton. Before we let you go, of course, sponsors on this race car, people behind the scenes, once again, one final time before we let you get out of here, buddy.
I'd like to thank Ace Sim Sports, Cricky Motorsports, Bunbury Kitchens, P1 Performance Race Gear, CD Cinematography, Western Machine Shop and Atlantic Oils, you for putting on the broadcast, and the boys back at JSI for putting on the league.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Clayton Davies, your winner here tonight. Let's chat to the driver that comes home second place tonight. It's going to be Rico Robles. And, well, Rico, you come away with the second place finish here tonight. You're going to be thrilled about this result. You pick up about 7 spots in the process. Rico, you got a copy?
Oh, okay, yeah, there, the mic's on. Yes.
You've got to be happy with this result. Second place, you start 9th and, you come away with a second.
Yeah, kind of got lucked out towards the end. There's just a few big crashes, but we're trying to avoid them and just trying to keep it on the top without getting into trouble.
What do you think the biggest key is to getting around this racetrack when the track gets slick, from what we've seen here? Because this track was pretty burnt up here tonight.
Just put the wing back and half throttle it entering each corner. Because it's so uneven, it's hard to set the car up just to be perfect on the top.
All right, well, you bring home a second place finish here tonight after starting position number 9. Again, nothing to sneeze at. A very good result for you and the team. Before we let you go, Rico, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes the wheels turn on this number 3 machine?
Yeah, Newland Contracting, Everything Dirt, Verdict Clothing, CT Designs, Go Robber Hockey Schools, and my team, Momentum Sim Sports.
There we go. Rico Robles home in second place. We are just awaiting the arrival of Josh Stoll. And once we get Josh out of the cockpit of the car, obviously signing some autographs with that podium run. We'll hopefully chat to him. We'll give him about 30 seconds. So what we'll do is we're going to step aside very quickly. We're going to play one quick 30-second commercial and give Josh a chance to make his way through the virtual crowd and down onto the front straightaway here at the virtual Kokomo Speedway. If he's not here within those 30 seconds, we'll go ahead and wrap things up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Alright, just getting word that he has found some lovely pit lizards out behind the back of his hauler, and he's off and having a good time. So we're not going to chat to Josh Stoll for third place here tonight, but we can confirm that he was the hard charger here tonight for starter position number 20 and grabbed a third place finish here tonight, advancing 17 positions. So Josh, congratulations on that one. And of course, a big thanks to the JSI Racing and all their sponsors that you see down in the middle of the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to check them out on all their social media pages. Give them a like and a follow, all that good stuff. And of course, the World of Thunder Esports League, and of course, Rocket Racing Setups for their support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll end this one. Congratulations goes to Clayton Davies. Until next time, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, it's Brett Wheeler signing off, saying we'll see you for the JSI Racing League next week, round number 3, Sunday night.